Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for 10 minutes of clarity on What It Takes Radio. Yes, welcome indeed on this Tuesday for What It Takes Radio. My name is Stan Houston, the lead broadcaster and somewhat the founder of What It Takes Radio, and I'm here with Rod Casper, the world's first modern media producer and the producer for all of our programs here on What It Takes Radio. And we're going to take 10 minutes as we normally do, and today we're going to talk about the Sunday night meeting. Now, Rob is posting this program for you on the World Wide Web, literally all over the world on these various channels. And it'll hit you on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday whenever you can. But I'm actually recording it on Sunday night. And there's a reason for that, and I'd like to share that with you. For many years, one of the positions that I've had as a business performance coach is to teach people what I called the power of every 7 sunsets. Now, the idea is actually a part of the spiritual wisdom of the ages, which says, you know what? Every 7 days, you need to take a time out. God said, don't work on the 7th day. Take it easy. Take a rest. Do what matters, what is really important. And that became a tradition that has been adapted by a number of the religious traditions of the world. And you know what? It's not just a religious thing. It is a really smart thing. Every 7 sunsets, perhaps you should take a day off. Just do nothing. Dan Sullivan, one of the world's top strategic coaches, talks about that quite often. An off day. I remember Brian Tracy when I was studying him, an incredible guru of personal development for many, many years. And he's been a mentor to me. And he said that he made a practice of once a week, he would go to bed between 7 and 8 p.m. And he would sleep as much as he could that night. His idea was that we all need rest. And we get behind. So he made a point that once every 7 days, he would make a point of just trying to get caught up. Take a long night's rest. And don't pressure yourself about getting up the next morning. Just rest. Those are all great ideas. Now, as a result of that, I developed a little practice that kind of goes along with it. And I now have a number of people around the world who will join me in doing what we call a Sunday night meeting. Now, may I explain it to you, and then you see if perhaps it might be something that you'd like to put into your life. For me, my weekends are quite busy. I know most people take a little time off. I'm a little bit of a workaholic because I've got a lot of things that I need to do and a lot of things that I love to do. But I make a point of catching up with some of the household errands and helping my wife and doing that honey-do list. And I love to go out in our yard, our little piece of the desert here in the state of Arizona, in the southwestern part of America, and work on my cactus and do the things that are really good for my spirit and soul as I just kind of take advantage of taking care of the wonderful things in creation. Sunday, I get up quite early, and I'm very much involved in my church, and so I spend time on Sunday morning helping other people do what we were made for, and that is to worship the living God and to begin to enjoy His presence and know that we can perhaps do that forever. That's important. Sunday, it's wonderful then perhaps to have a little lunch with friends and gather around, and then in the afternoon, perhaps even take a nap, read, do some thinking, perhaps even do a little of the planning for the week to come. And that's what led to the Sunday night meeting. And let me just tell you what goes into it. Usually, right now, it's a little after dark. Most of the things are done around the house because the way to have a great Monday begins on Sunday night. And the way to have a great Tuesday begins on Monday night. I recently did a little program on what billionaires do in the morning, and the thing about it is most of them have significant morning routines, and one of their morning routines is they get ready for the morning the evening before. Everything gets ready. They know what clothes they're going to wear. They know where all their stuff is. They have it all set, so when they get up and have a good breakfast, they're ready to go. Everything is in order. Well, I kind of do that too. What I do is I say, okay, now here it is, Sunday night. Hey, what do I have to do? And I sit down with my agenda and begin to fill in some of the things that I know I'd like to achieve. I write down some of the goals that I'm going to have for the week. I begin to fill in the spots on my agenda that I can put those in. I began to put together a little goal to do. Let's try to do this list. And then I take some time to think. I take some time to actually pray, perhaps even to write a prayer. Begin to think about those things that are important to me and about the people that are important to me. It really calms my spirit. It makes things feel so much better. The lights are low. I oftentimes light a candle. I will take some time to read. For instance, I'm going to read a little article in the Wall Street Journal on shy people. Many of you may know that I have actually started to do a series of programs on how to market and sell yourself, how to position and be able to promote yourself for shy people. It's not a conducive world for people who are kind of quiet and shy. And by the way, I am very, very shy. And you might say, well, you've been on radio for many, many years, and I've seen your videos. It seems like you're quite an extrovert. Oh, no, I'm a significant introvert. A lot of this is just simply my way of performing and getting ready to do the things that are necessary. But shyness is good, and I'm beginning to appreciate it even more and more, and I want to help those people who want to be shy. So part of my Sunday night meeting tonight will be to take some time and read it in the Wall Street Journal about a new book on shyness so that I can more and more help myself and more help those quiet and sensitive people who don't brag or boast or bully or push around or make a lot of noise, but have been gifted with the sense of a quiet spirit. Yet, how can they use, without becoming something they are not, how can they use those wonderful qualities to promote their life and business and be more successful and have more of the things that are important to them? And of course, that leads us to the final part of a Sunday night meeting. It is an attempt to do what really matters, to think about what is really important, to be what a human being should be, a forward-thinking, future-embracing, loving creature. You see, my goal is to put love into the world. That will give me the best chance of success. How can I be more loving? Well, you can perhaps design your own. I would really encourage you to say, you know what, from now on I'm going to do a Sunday night meeting. And I'd love to hear what comes to you, what activities and practices and principles and sayings and tools and reflection, what kind of things can you do and would you do when you took a little time after all was a little quieter and perhaps the sun is set and you prepare for the week ahead of you, for the future before you with a Sunday night meeting. I'm Stan Houston. It's Sunday night. And it's time for 10 minutes of clarity, and it's time to prepare my heart, mind, and spirit for the future day, and perhaps the future week, and perhaps a little sense of eternity just before me. And we do it on Sunday night. Well, thank you, Rob, for bringing up that wonderful What It Takes music of the week. We're doing just fine, and we hope that you'll join us soon for more What It Takes Radio. Hey, we've got some new programs coming on. We usually are on Tuesday and Thursday and then on a Saturday weekend, but we have a Friday program coming on with Peter McClellan and then a sales guru by the name of Frank. And hey, he's going to teach you how to be a salesperson. You wanted to sell, you wanted to get good at selling, well, you're going to learn how to do that on Frank's 5, the 5 good things you need to know and the kind of life you have to live, the selling life, to make it in the world today. All of that's coming up. In fact, I've been thinking and praying about that this very Sunday night. All the best and blessings to you. May it go well for you, and bye for now.